In this video, we'll closely examine Mufti Shamail Nadwi's arguments against Javed Sahab in their recent debate and see how a Buddhist philosopher named Nāgārjuna, who lived in India sometime between the 1st and the 3rd century CE, has left us unknowingly with a robust rebuttal to the Mufti's position. Welcome to episode 7 of Indian Philosophy in Reels. First, let's briefly recap the contingency argument from the debate. A contingent being is something that exists but also could not have existed. In other words, its existence is not necessary. Like I exist, but my existence is not necessary, hence I am a contingent being. Contingent beings depend on other things for their existence, but those things are also contingent on other things, so on and so forth. But if you keep going back like that, it causes a never-ending chain of causes called infinite regress, which the Mufti said is impossible. It's not, but anyway, this creates a need for a necessary being which is called God. God doesn't depend for its existence on anything else and therefore is the only non-contingent being. Except Nāgārjuna says it is not. This conclusion, he says, comes from an oversimplistic framing of the relation between cause and effect. In the contingency argument, the effect depends upon the cause, while the cause is independent of the effect. So it is a unidirectional relationship. But Nāgārjuna argues otherwise and says that cause and effect are mutually dependent. So not only does the effect depend upon the cause, but the cause too depends upon the effect. One way to see this is that the cause won't have the label of a cause if it doesn't produce the effect. So my mother won't be called my mother if I don't exist. But that's only notional dependence of the cause on the effect. Nāgārjuna takes it a step further and says that the cause won't even exist if the effect doesn't. Now pay attention very closely or it'll all be a bouncer. An effect is produced because the cause has an essential property that it cannot lose without ceasing to be that object. Nāgārjuna, by the way, doesn't believe in this essential property, but he's granting that to the opponent for argument's sake. So without this essential property, the cause can't produce the effect. But the presence of this property is found in the existence of the effect. If the effect doesn't exist, the essential property doesn't, which means there is no cause in the first place. So in the case of God, let's say that the essential property is called godness, which includes things like being a creator, timeless, all-knowing, all-powerful, etc. Now let's see how the argument flows. God is the creator of the universe. The essential property of God is godness. The presence of godness is found only in the existence of the universe. If the universe doesn't exist, godness doesn't. Godness can't be lost unless God ceases to be. Therefore, if the universe doesn't exist, God doesn't exist. Therefore, God depends on the universe for its existence and hence God is not non-contingent.